The smart money's on Harlem, and the moon is in the street, and the shadow boys are breaking all the laws. And you're east of East St. Louis, and the wind is making speeches, and the rain sounds like a round of applause. And Napoleon is weeping in the carnival saloon. His invisible fiance's in the mirror, and the band is going home. It's raining hammers, it's raining nails. It's true, there's nothing left for him down here. Oh, it's time, time, time. It's time, time, time. And it's time, time that you love. And it's time, time, time. And it's time, time, time. And it's time, time, time. And it's time, time, time that you love. And it's time, time.
Another day, another sneak peek at the Justice League Snyder Cut edition that will be coming out next month, which is just around the corner. We're only about 2.5 weeks away from the release of this 4-hour, 1 minute and 28 second long film that a lot of fans have been clamoring, demanding, and hoping to see for a very, very long time. And that's finally happened. We're getting our wish, but there are a lot of questions that follow what is going to happen after we get the Snyder Cut. Not even so much what's going to happen during the Snyder Cut, because quite frankly, based off of what we've seen, we can't even really tell. It's going to be 4 hours of absolute insanity, riddles, puzzles, and a lot of pieces to put together, and I'm very excited to see how it turns out. But what I'm even more excited to see is the future following the Snyder Cut. And unfortunately, it seems like not much is going to come our way. And that's what I want to talk about is coming from this trailer. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. We talk about all major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, ending explains, and so much more. Turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of our daily uploads. As well, be sure to check me out on Twitter @TheCultureChris for live updates. So when this trailer, this preview went live, Zack Snyder himself said, "I feel like it's important for everyone to take it apart and analyze it." So it's a little bit of a cryptic trailer with a cryptic meaning behind it, and I don't necessarily think it relates to the actual movie. I think it's in a relation to society and all of the issues going on in the world right now. I don't think this is an actual scene coming from the movie, and if it is, it's going to be extremely weird, and I'm not sure how it plays in. It could be during a part of destruction and there's a big huge mural or a big huge statue that gets taken down with all of the Justice League on it, and this is the destruction of that, but I don't think that's quite it. I think this is a reflection of society that Zack Snyder is trying to use his platform in order to bring out and show everybody. There are a couple similarities after I have been able to look at it and see what I can of modern day, or rather not modern day, but actual real life paintings that these different Justice League characters are kind of set up as, and they're playing themselves in this role, and we see that throughout this. But I think the destruction of society, the destruction of decency, of moderation, is definitely something that is trying to be touched in this little preview. I won't call it a trailer because I really don't think this is going to be a part of the actual movie. So I think moving forward, we get the Snyder Cut. People like it, people don't. It doesn't really matter, but that's the end of it. We're already talking about reboots for Superman, we're talking about entering the multiverse in for The Flash, and all of that is to make way for the future of DC, which quite frankly, I might be a little bit concerned about because there wasn't a bad foundation with what they were doing with the DCEU. But what they're doing now is they're brushing that away, and they're going to go ahead and start the DC Universe, where they're able to take characters from whatever world they've created, Robert Pattinson's Batman and Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. These two can now hang out because the multiverse has been opened in the Flash movie, and every single different movie we've ever made across time can now be connected, and there is no main universe. that seems to be the direction that DC is going to be headed. So they're going to start rebooting characters like Batman and probably like Cyborg, whose actor has now stepped away, and they're going to combine all of these to create their super team. That's what my thoughts are for the future of DC, and the Snyder Cut is just kind of a bit of a adieu, a farewell for what we had in the DCEU. It's not going to become canon, and it's not going to connect to the future of the DC universe. If anything, it is its swan song as they slowly try to reboot the franchise. Now, a lot of people would argue that that is kind of required. They rushed the first bit, they rushed the DCEU, the movies, they left terrible cliffhangers. They had problems with actors. Henry Cavill didn't get his justice. Ray Fisher didn't do his justice. So all of that still has to be explained and figured out or moved on from. So I presume DC, Warner Brothers will probably try to move forward with this DC Universe idea where they can have multiple characters, multiple tries, and whatever gets the best reaction, they can pull those over and they can use those to create a new Justice League that has the same ideas. It's just from different multiverses and is combining, and they have a big job to do. So very interesting technique, very interesting way to connect these. I don't think they're copying the MCU. A lot of people say, oh, they're doing a multiverse, they're copying the MCU. No, I don't think they're using the multiverse as an excitement tool like how the MCU is doing it. I think they're using the multiverse as an excuse to make the best characters possible all come and hang out. So that way they get multiple tries at multiple characters, and they can also release, like they have been doing, multiple Batman movies, multiple Superman movies, multiple Cyborg movies, and that's kind of the plan that they seem to be going with, and I'm kind of gathering all of that from this preview. But it's pretty cryptic, and there's a lot to see there, so I'm sure I missed out on some stuff. As you watched it, let me know what you thought, what came to your mind, and what you think the future of the DC Universe is in the comments down below. As always, thank you to everybody who watched till the very end of the video. If you found it helpful, useful, or entertaining, be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of our daily uploads right here on Cosmic Culture.